And this is a bearish construction. It means price tried to go and make a higher high and failed, okay? It tried once, it failed. It tried a second time, it failed, and it made a lower low. That's an M construction, and usually the target to this M construction is simply the height of the largest mound superimposed from the neckline, which I believe is where I've drawn. And you see that the target of that is almost exactly to the dollar on the support line of our wedge pattern that's been forming for 4 months now. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is April 8th, 2022, and Bitcoin is looking like it is stuck on this level, okay? We've been at this, on this trading range between 42,700 and 43,900, or say 44,000, for ever since, April 6th. So for approximately 2 days, pretty much stuck on this level, okay? Question is, many people are wondering, is this the bottom? Is this a reversal? Is this a launch point? My answer to that is no. I do not believe so. Although price may be threatening to break this level to the upside, I do not believe that this is where we bottom out in this move, okay? As you'll see, I'm on the 4-hourly chart. We've got our ascending wedge that Bitcoin's formed since January. And every single time we've gone up and down, testing the support and resistance of this wedge structure, up and down and up and down and up, and now it's only natural and a matter of course that we test the bottom of the structure, right? Since we hit the top, right? At some point, obviously, we're going to break through, but it's not going to be from the middle of the range, I don't believe. So what we're seeing now, I believe, in my estimation, is a wave 4 correction. It's a complex correction. It's a correction that takes time, as we know complex corrections do, right? They're composed of double threes and triple threes, WXY, WXYXZ patterns, okay? And what do we know about complex corrections? That the final move is always an impulsive move. And if we zoom in to price action, we can see an impulsive move, okay? We see a slight increase in volume, okay? So I believe that this is the final move of this complex correction. So from here, we may see a resumption of the downtrend, okay? And yes, we are trending down quite impulsively, because this has been a strong downtrend, especially since we broke the 44K level, okay? It was clear that, yes, we're in a downtrend. Now we retest and we continue the downtrend. This is what I'm seeing, okay? Now, where's the bottom? All right. Clearly, if we have this wedge, this rising wedge, the bottom may very well be the bottom of the rising wedge, which has served as support in the past, right? Ever since January, we've gotten support here, we've gotten support here, we've gotten support here. Although we wicked below the structure, right? We wicked below the structure right here, we still managed to maintain the integrity of the structure by and large. So I anticipate for us to find support here, but it's possible that we may wick below once again, especially to grab liquidity from the $39,000 level. As you can see on the VPVR indicator, VPVR indicator is essentially an indicator that shows us where most of the buying and selling is done at a certain price point, right? So at the $39,000 level, it's saying that there are lots of buy and sell orders, okay? So there's a lot of liquidity, and just like any other natural phenomenon, water, electricity, price is attracted to the path of least resistance to gain more of itself. So it wants, the drop is attracted to the ocean, price is attracted to pools of liquidity. So we may very well wick down to the $39,000 level, right? Specifically 39. Wait, what is this? Specifically 39.5 to grab some of the liquidity from that level before reversing up. So I would not be surprised if we wick below. Okay. There's also liquidity at the 40,000 level. Okay. We have liquidity here at 41.8. Okay. But the bottom of this wedge right now is, if we were to drop right now in this next 4-hourly candle, would be at 40,800. Okay. But if it went on, it would be around 40,000, between 40,600 and 40,800. Okay. So I think that the bottom is around the 40,600 region, but we may wick down to the 39,000 region, 39,005, 39,600 region. So that's my take on Bitcoin. As you can see, we formed a bearish pattern, an M pattern. And let me just make that more clear here. Here are the two tops of the M pattern that I'm referring to. Okay. And this is a bearish construction. It means price tried to go and make a higher high and failed. Okay. It tried once, it failed. It tried a second time, it failed, and it made a lower low. That's an M construction, and usually the target to this M construction is simply the height of the largest mound superimposed from the neckline, which I believe is where I've drawn. And you see that the target of that is almost exactly to the dollar on the support line of our wedge pattern that's been forming for 4 months now. So I think it's very likely, given the confluence in pattern analysis, given the confluence in also what we see in the VPVR, in the buying and selling orders, that we at least see a bottom of $40,425. Okay. Obviously this changes given, this was the breakdown. Okay. This was a breakdown right here. So yeah, the bottom would be at the very least 40,425 based on this pattern analysis, because you take the breakdown from where price broke the neckline, and that would be right there on April 6th. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. I think it's difficult for a lot of people, especially day traders who, let's just say it, all of us lack patience to some extent, and we see price fluctuating. It's tempting to see a candle like this, right, with a wick to the downside, and you're expecting positive price action eventually, and so you want to get in. But I think patience is best right now, and zooming out and just seeing that you're basically in the middle of a range, and one of the worst places to trade is in the middle of a range. Okay, you never want to buy or sell in the middle of a range. You're just increasing your risk. It's best to buy at the top, sell at the top and buy at the bottom. Okay, and if the range here is clearly the top of our wedge pattern and the bottom is, the top of the wedge pattern and the bottom of the wedge pattern, you want to buy at the bottom, long at the bottom of the wedge pattern, and you want to short at the top of the wedge pattern. So this is what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. Maybe it's oversimplified analysis, but I think that this is most likely going to play out. Okay, and with it, to extend that analysis in other assets, I think other assets are going to follow suit as usual. Bitcoin is the market leader, so if Bitcoin is going to drop, let's say, if Bitcoin is going to drop 7-8% from here, then we're going to see a big drop in the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So that's pretty much it from me. Nothing's really changed. Just, don't overtrade. This is something that we typically do in the beginning of our trading careers, and it leads to lower than expected. Well, it just doesn't help our P&L. Okay, over trading, right? Zooming out, try to not trade the middle of ranges. Try to trade the tops and the bottoms. Okay, and don't overtrade when it's in the middle of the range. Just let it play out. Okay, let it play out and see what happens when you get to the bottom of a range, when you get to the top of a range. If it wants to continue down at the bottom of a range, then you put in a short order. If it wants to go up at the bottom of a range, then you long, but not in between. And obviously there's always exceptions, because you could be in a wave one correction and you could find support at a neckline of a previous structure, like this one right here, for instance. Let's say this is a previous structure and this neckline is providing some good support, but we've even lost support of this neckline. See, so even in this example, if you were to think that, okay, this is going to provide support for a move back up, we've lost that neckline already. So it's almost academic that we're going to make our way back down. Okay, so that's just what I'm seeing. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. If you're getting value from these kinds of analyses, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for daily Bitcoin analyses and occasional altcoin analyses, as well as live streams every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and impromptu live streams just because I love doing this. All right, take care, trade well, be safe, goodbye.